Let's see how we took $1,498 in ad spend and produced $70,000 for our clinic within 30 days. Hi there, I'm Mike with The Proof Co., where we put systems in place to help practices grow in revenue. Let's look at how this works. How is this even possible? Our framework is called Proof in Motion. And the reason why we call it this is because we want to get a lot of motion going through your entire process. A lot of funnels become stagnant over time. A lot of different sections of it do not have a lot of volume to increase your numbers. This is all about probability, folks. And we want to make sure that we have lots of volume to increase your chances of qualifying people and getting more people into your practice. So if you look at the proof of motion, the first one here is high value upfront. Some agencies may tell you that creating a really good irresistible offer is unnecessary, but we want to be going against everyone else and be in a blue ocean. So in order to do that, you create an irresistible offer that is different from the rest. And in doing so, you're going to get lots of volume. Now look, you may have some people going through this process that may not be qualified at the moment, but as you go through our step-by-step process, our framework here, you will see how we qualify them over time and get them to have the opportunity to become a raving fan for you. And so what we look at is high probability, high numbers within this framework to get you the most amount of prospects or patients into your practice. So the second thing here is setting terms. As you mitigate risk for your potential leads, they're going to be much more willing to work with you. That's so important in today's age and the economy that we're in right now, where people are losing trust in what practices can provide. And so we want to mitigate that by giving them a high irresistible offer and letting them try you and work with you before they have a lot of commitment. Now, we want to mitigate your risk as well as a practitioner. And so we're going to do that in order to increase your revenue at the end of the day. That's the most important thing. But giving these folks the opportunity, like I said earlier, to become a raving fan. And so in order to do that, they need to experience you first. So we're pushing lots of volume. They're going to get with you on the phone, or they're going to show up in the practice. And then you're going to be able to do what you do best, which is sell them on the miracles and the results that you're able to bring. Third thing here is to sell them when they come in, like I just said. Our biggest thing is getting lots of people, pushing them into the practice so that you can do what you do best. We see a large conversion happen when we get them on the phone and we get them to show up, because it's that human-human interaction at the end of the day that allows them to trust and work with you. So we're going to push that on item number 3. Number 4 is increase retention through a membership plan. There's only 2 ways to get more revenue into your practice. That's to bring in more prospects, or that's to get more out of the current customers that you have. Guess which one's cheaper? It's going to be your current patient list. And so we want to take those folks, put them into a membership plan that's not based on price, but that's based on accessibility to you. And so in order to do so, you're going to bring more revenue in your clinic. That is all within the framework of this proof in motion. And everything that I have outlined here is crucial and important to get the results that we've set in place. So we're going to go into the first one here, creating an irresistible high value offer. In order to get those folks in through the door, like I said, you need to produce something that's going to be going against everyone else, something that's crazy to really blow their socks off. And so a lot of the things that we see in today's age is a free consultation, a free screening, those kinds of things. But really, I want to encourage you and challenge you to really stack the value on this so that they have no reason to say no to it. Now, again, we're setting the terms in place. As we set those terms in place, they're going to be able to, we're going to be able to really save your money to put things, put the qualification process in place to where you are not spinning your wheels or wasting time and resources on someone who's not interested, but you're giving yourself the probability of finding the prospects. We don't always have 100% of the prospects coming in for anyone else that you work with that are going to be high quality. So what this does is improve our likeliness, improve the chances that we're going to find someone who is qualified. And so this whole system is really built for not just bringing revenue into your business, but bringing in potential future revenue as well. As we have in place a system to upgrade or downgrade or even cross promote for other offers, this brings whoever is into your clinic the opportunity to continue to purchase or to upsell later on. How many leads or prospects do you have coming into your practice that either fizzle out after the first treatment or kind of ghost you? This provides an opportunity for everyone that comes in your clinic. This is a highly efficient model that allows you to get everyone into something so they stay within your ecosystem of offers and services which is important. We want to squeeze every lead that we have or every dollar that we put into this for opportunity to make revenue. So that's important. So as you see here, in this example, we were working with the functional medicine clinic to produce a high value offer that brought them in for the first exam plus treatment. Now, these were free. In order to do so, we brought them in with really great creative and a landing page. And you see that here. It's really important and crucial that you're creating creative, meaning ads, that really speak to their problems, that are not just still images. And we got these results, like you saw on the first page here, by doing this. You're able to test. So, a lot of the time on still images for ads, you get people who are ready to buy now. But with these type of ads, these are warming them up, helping them be aware of the opportunity that you can solve their problems. It helps them identify their own problems. It makes them more aware of the situation, aware of how your clinic or your practice is different from everyone else. There's just so much more testing you can do with these versus a still image. And so most agencies are going to be using still images, which are easy to scale, but provide actual less results for clinics. So if you ever seen that with an agency that you work with, you wonder why there was an increase at the beginning, but then things kind of fall after a while. It's because they're not continuing to test. They're not trying new angles, new talent, new hooks, new stories, new result-driven creative to continue to pinpoint different people along the sales funnel of who you can actually serve. And so that's what we really take pride in, is creative, a really great creative up front. And you should know, if you know anything about the agencies that's been working for you, you should know within $15 to $20 if something's going to work, and then you bail on it. A lot of agencies are testing still images at like $50 to $100, and they may burn that before they actually get results. So we get great results. We're able to identify quickly if it's going to be a winner or not, and we mass produce and we get things done on our end to test a lot of different angles. Now, the cool thing about this is you also get to see like what's resonating. So for in this example, I know with functional medicine, there was a big keyword that's going around, which is parasites. And so in our example here, Dr. Matt was able to get a lot more patients and leads coming in, a massive flow, because of us being able to target on that word parasites, creating a lot of stories, results, different angles, where they are in the sales funnel, on all of that. And that is only possible with video. So if you see your competitors not doing video, there's a great opportunity for you to increase your market share by just using video alone, right? If you can walk away from any of this, and I hope that this brings value to you, anything you see here, please take it, run with it, increase revenue within your business. My goal is to see every clinic improve their ability to serve more people, because with my own health challenges in the past historically, and with my family and what we see kind of changing in this world, I have a true passion for clinics being able to serve those who are unaware, uneducated, or unable to help themselves. And so this is really important. The next thing here is you really want to provide a really strong landing page. And you see on the right here, you see before and after transformations. The best way to present that material is going to be in video form. You also want to outline everything that's going on. Make it perfectly clear of the before and after, not something that they have to watch, not a video that has a lot of rambling, a lot of stuff. Trim it down to the most basic information that they need, the most powerful information that they need to believe in what you do. Okay? I apologize if I come across kind of strong. I'm very passionate about this kind of stuff. This is a shortcut. I've taken every part of this model, created a shortcut. What is the most highly predictable, highest ROI use of our time to grow our clinics, to outpace our competitors, and to really help the future in health? And so let's move on to setting the terms. So in setting the terms, meaning we're allowing the lead to mitigate their risk, but we're also protecting ourselves, because we don't want to just burn cash and time and all those things before we're even able to help these individuals. This also pushes people through. This gets people to show up to discovery calls. This gets people to show up to your practice, which is a massive issue in today's marketplace, because people are less and less committed. People are less and less believing in results that you practitioners can provide. So this is really important. We want to mitigate the risk for the end customer, but for you guys, it's going to be increasing that show rates, bringing in revenue and lifetime value ultimately to the people that we bring in. So that's really important here. The third thing here is in-office sell. When you bring people in And I've worked with so many clinics that have nothing lined up. Now, it's good to have a simple model where you have one main primary service, but if you have people with certain situations coming in, maybe if you're servicing women with particular problems, men or younger folks with particular problems, have something set up to where they're hanging in with your ecosystem. And that's really not hard to do. Maybe it's create an offer for each one of those different groups, and then put up a landing page, and then filter those through your front office, or if you do telehealth, whatever it is, get something installed in your practice that allows you to get everyone served. Now, not everyone's going to go through the same offer, so you need to make sure that you take the time to start with their problems and move on to how can I provide a service or an offer that's special to them. And so that you see that here. Now, within this example, we had a downsell. The downsell was really our benchmark. It's our baseline average to make sure that we're getting our return, because anything after that, it's cake. It's the icing on the cake. So we want to make sure we have that in place, and this allows that to happen. Now, the last thing here is the membership plan. Again, like I talked about earlier, lifetime value is going to be crucial. It's the cheapest lever that you can pull to bring more revenue into your business, and putting that in place based on accessibility, not price or discounting or all those things. Now, those are still valuable. Those are great for seasonal approaches, like if you have back to school, if you have holidays, whatever it is. Those are still great things to do. But if you do it all the time, it's going to lose its potency, and it just devalues your brand versus increasing the ability for people to work with you. And so this membership plan is in place to allow you to cover, again, setting terms, cover your expenses and getting them qualified, getting them through this, but also keeps them coming back. There is a stat out there that says 86% of patients who appear in your office after 3 visits consider it a long-term relationship with your practice. So that's our goal, is to get people in for 3 times, whether that's a month-to-month basis. Actually, the sooner the better, based on how you diagnose them, or whatever practice you're a part of and how you do that. We want them to show up as soon as possible, within 3 times, because they will consider you that the practice for them, right? That personal relationship with them. And so this is the best lever that we can pull. So you can see some details here on what we do with long-term, or if they decide to cancel, you still cover, you still make revenue. And so that's important here. So let me ask you this question. Why don't other agencies do this? And so a lot of agencies don't do this because it takes a lot of time. We're constantly optimizing and refining this. A lot of agencies will create a product or a service, they then hand that off to their team, and then all they focus on really is sales and bringing in new clients. And so we are limited on how many practices that we work with, and that allows us to continue to refine what this is, because the market's always changing. And I believe a lot of agencies are not continuing to improve their process because of the amount of reinvestment it takes into the business, retraining of their team, whatever it is. It's not easy. So a lot of agencies actually don't do this. We are limited, like I said, in the amount of, or the number of agencies, we're limited in the number of practices that we work with. So this allows us to continue to refine and reinvest. It's hard to scale because, like I said, we're doing custom videos as creative that we do several of those every week for our practices so that they continue to get results. And it just takes constant testing, quick identifiers and quick results, but also testing rapidly to make sure that our results stay high. It also takes a full team. I do not do this alone, and some agencies out there are kind of bro agencies where they may have 1 or 2 people that are doing the entire operation, and that just won't work for this. And so we really believe in results-driven services. If I'm going to work with some type of agency or third-party provider, I want them to be fully invested, to be constantly optimizing, and that's just a part of business because business is always changing. And then I bet you could vouch for me in saying that your practice has changed over time, just with how the marketplace has changed, because that is necessary, right? We're always improving it. So as you guys do that in your practice, we want to do that here. So that's crucially important. Now, if you're looking to grow your practice and increase a lot of people coming in, really explode with the number of people within your calendar, give you a lot of opportunity to grow, let's talk. Right now, we're only going to take on an additional 5 extra clinics. Again, as I create a limited availability within what we do, we will continue to get those results. So I'm not looking to expand or grow beyond what that is. because that's important for me to have a high reputation, bringing really good results. You can see some of the numbers here on what this entire framework brings into a practice. So if you're looking to grow, and maybe you're not, or maybe you're unsure, I'd love to get on a call with you and just kind of brainstorm and figure out where you are, provide some value. At the end of the day, is just to provide value so that we can continue to serve more and more people on what you guys do to help. I've been very blessed. I'm a man of principle, and I've been very blessed to work with several practitioners in the area that I'm at, and really improve my health and my family's health. And so I 100% believe in what folks like you guys are doing. So we'd love to help. We'd love to find out. Again, only 5 folks or 5 practices we're going to end up working with within this next September, October timeframe. So if that fits for you and that sounds like something you want to do, reach out. We'd love to talk. Thanks for your time, and good luck to you guys.